So I have this problem where I have all this metal and crap to cut up, but it's all the way over there. I don't have a lot of battery powered tools. I have plenty of tools, but there's no way to get power to them. I could buy cordless shit and spend money on that, but I think the cheapest way to go is to get a cheap generator and get it running. It's a 1972 model. So Dayton, 1500 watts. And this kind of thing, I'm sure it's a 3600 RPM. It actually has spark. And it has good compression. It's going to be hard to see, but it does. You can actually hear the snap. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. I haven't had a lot of equipment that actually has this cover. Usually, for grounding, it had just like a metal tang that went underneath one of the head bolts, and you push it and it grounds the ignition to shut it down. This thing actually is like a cover and a switch in one. It's pretty awesome. Just looking at that spark plug again. It's a J8. Yeah. I have to verify it, but I think up to like the mid 80s they were, a lot of the Briggs were calling for like RJ12s. And the J19 didn't come along until I think late 80s, early 90s. At least for these engines anyway. It's pretty damn simple. Just notice this now. I guess it's a brushless. If it has brushes, there's no good way to get to it, at least from the outside. But I used to have a little bit newer, but it was a Dayton Winco generator with a Briggs twin. That was a 7K unit, and that had the same like build quality and design elements going on, so yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I like it. Check the oil. I didn't get much history on this thing. Got it cheap enough. Try to tilt the thing with one hand. And there's not much oil in there. It looks pretty nasty. Looking at the air cleaner, it is non-existent. Very little remnants of the old foam. It's weird how some of these engines had like a pre-screen filter and some are just the two halves. And luckily I have a usable piece of foam in my spare parts. This is actually I guess what some would call the big block 4 horsepower. So it's the same block as your common 5 horse. I think they just have a shorter stroke and the cylinder head to compensate for that. So it's a smaller displacement. I think there was at least 2 different 4 horsepower aluminum engines that Briggs made. I think there's enough oil in it to at least test run it, see if it fires. That looks like it might be original rope yet. I'm going to use the proper engine starter, no ether. Nice. Just going to put some drain oil from this truck into here for now until I can find some SAE 30. I can hear people screaming already. Be right back when we get some of the good stuff. I'm going to tighten up some loose bolts here. I see the brushes. Yep, there's the slip rings. Yep, that's what I thought. I thought it'd be too old to be a brushless. So, we're good. We are very good. I think that looks great. Well, it's going to be a while till this thing's totally cut up. But for now, I would call it a job done.